So this is equal to 2c1 plus c2 is equal to 8. Let this be equation 1. Next we have second boundary condition. At point B, which is the roller support, your deflection is again 0 as your support does not move. So we can write at x is equal to, point B is at a distance of 7 meter from origin C. 7 meter, we have y b equal to 0. Now putting this in deflection equation and considering the equation up to fourth partition, since equation up to fourth partition is valid between point E and B, we have EI into YB, which is 0, is equal to minus 6 into 7 cube by 6 by 2 into 3 plus C1 into 7 plus C2 first partition plus 7.6 into 7 minus 2 cube upon 2 into 3 second partition minus 10 into 7 minus 4 cube upon 2 into 3 plus 50 into 7 minus 4 square upon 2 third partition minus 20 into 7 minus 6 cube upon 2 into 3 fourth partition. So now solving this, we get 7c1 plus c2 is equal to 8, and let this be equation number 2. Now solving your equation 2 and 1, we have minus 5c1 plus 0 is equal to 0. So we have c1 is equal to 0. So this is our first constant of integration. Now substituting the value of c1 in any of the equation, we get the value of c2 as 8. So now substituting the values of constants of integration in a slope and deflection equation and rewriting the equation, we have, in this problem we have been asked to find out the position and the magnitude of maximum deflection. So to find out y max and its position, we know that deflection is maximum at a point where slope is 0. First, we determine the slopes at various salient points. So we have this slope equation and we have plotted a table which denotes different points C, A, D, E, B and F, and this column shows the values of x of these points from origin C. So by substituting the values of x in this slope equation and by considering the equation up to respective partitions, we calculate this slopes from theta C to theta F. Now first consider point C, which is at a distance 0 from your origin C. Now considering the equation up to first partition, which is valid between point C and A, we get the value of slope theta C equal to 0. Now putting the value of x equal to 2 meters in this slope equation and considering the equation again up to first partition, which is valid between point C and A, we get this theta A equal to minus 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 3 radians. Next for point D, putting the value of x equal to 4 meter in the slope equation and considering the slope equation up to second partition, which is valid between point A and D, we get the value of theta D equal to minus 1.82 into 10 to the power minus 3 radians. For point E, putting the value of x equal to 6 meters in the slope equation and considering the equation up to third partition, which is valid between point D and E, we get the value of slope theta E equal to 1.82 into 10 to the power minus 3 radians. Now putting the value of x equal to 7 meters for point B and considering the slope equation up to fourth partition, which is valid between point E and B, we get the value of theta B equal to 2.38 into 10 to the power minus 3 radians. For point F, putting the value of x equal to 8 meters in this slope equation and considering the equation up to fifth partition, which is valid between point B and F, we get the value of theta f equal to 2.27 into 10 to the power minus 3 radians. So we see that our slope is 0 at point C. Also, our slope is changing from negative value at point D to the positive value at point E. This means that the slope would be 0 between point D and E. So our deflection may be maximum at point C, or it may be maximum between point D and E, at which your slope theta is 0.